I never thought I'd feel like a stranger in my own marriage, but the night my wife said, "Stay home. My ex-husband will be there, it'll be awkward for you," something inside me went quiet. Not angry. Not jealous. Just alert. My name is Daniel. I'm 38. Married to Emily for 5 years. I'd always trusted her. Maybe too easily. She used to say that's what she loved about me, that I was secure, mature, not the jealous type. I wore that like a badge of honor. I thought trust made me strong. That night, she was getting ready for her cousin's engagement party. Hair done, dress pressed, perfume she rarely wore anymore. When she dropped that line so casually like it was nothing, I looked up from the couch and laughed it off. "Awkward for me?" I said. "Why would it be awkward?" She didn't meet my eyes. Just adjusted her earrings and said, "You know, history. I don't want things to be weird." Weird. That word hung in the air longer than it should have. I nodded. Told her it was fine. Told her to have fun. Watched her leave with a smile I didn't feel. The door clicked shut, and for the first time in a long while, I sat there alone, replaying her words over and over. Not "he'll be there." Not "I'd like you to stay home." But "it'll be awkward for you." Like I was the problem. An hour passed. Then 2. I tried to distract myself, but something wouldn't let go. Call it instinct. Call it pride. Call it the quiet voice men learn to ignore until it's too late. I grabbed my jacket. I didn't go there to make a scene. I didn't go there to confront anyone. I went because I realized something simple. If my presence embarrassed my wife, I deserved to know why. When I walked into the venue, the music was loud and the room was full. Laughter, clinking glasses, people leaning close. It took me a second to spot her. Emily was near the bar, smiling in a way I hadn't seen directed at me in months. And standing right next to her was Mark. Her ex-husband. I recognized him immediately. Taller than me. Louder than me. The kind of guy who fills space without trying. His hand was resting on the back of her chair. Too familiar. Too comfortable. Emily hadn't seen me yet. I stood there for a moment, watching. Not stalking. Not sneaking. Just observing. I saw her laugh at something he whispered. Saw her lean in so he didn't have to repeat himself. Saw the way his eyes lingered like he still believed he belonged there. And then I noticed the looks. People noticed me. Conversations paused. A few glances darted between me and Mark like spectators watching a slow-motion collision. That's when it hit me. This wasn't about my comfort. This was about control. Emily finally turned and saw me. Her smile froze. She walked over fast, eyes wide, voice low. "What are you doing here?" I smiled back, calm as ever. "I came to support you." She glanced over her shoulder. "Daniel, I told you." "I know what you told me," I said quietly. "You told me to stay home." Her cheeks flushed. "This isn't the time." Mark appeared beside her like he'd been summoned. "Hey man," he said, offering a hand. "Didn't expect to see you." I shook his hand. Firm. Polite. "Likewise." Emily laughed nervously. "Okay, this is weird." That was the moment. Not because of him. Because of her. She didn't say awkward. She didn't say uncomfortable. She said weird. Like my presence disrupted something that was already in motion. I excused myself to grab a drink. I needed space to think. From across the room I watched them again. She kept checking on him. Asking if he was okay. Making sure he was included. I realized then I wasn't competing with a man. I was competing with a memory she never let go of. On the drive home later that night, Emily was silent. Not apologetic. Not defensive. Just irritated. Like I'd ruined something for her. "You embarrassed me," she finally said. I kept my eyes on the road. "By existing?" "You know what I mean," she snapped. People were staring. "Yes," I said calmly. "They were." She crossed her arms. "I asked you not to come." "And I realized," I replied, "that if my presence is something you have to manage, then we have a bigger problem than an awkward party." She scoffed. "You're overthinking this." That's what she always said when I got too close to the truth. We didn't speak much after that. Days passed. Then weeks. Something had shifted. Not loudly. Quietly. I stopped trying to compete for attention I shouldn't have had to ask for. I stopped shrinking myself to keep her comfortable. One night, as she scrolled through her phone on the couch, I asked her a simple question. "If I hadn't shown up, would you have told me what really happened that night?" She didn't answer. That silence told me everything. I didn't leave immediately. I didn't pack a bag in the middle of the night. I stayed long enough to understand one thing clearly. I wasn't excluded because I was weak. I was excluded because I didn't fit the version of her life she was still trying to keep alive. And once I understood that, staying would have been the most awkward thing of all.